Back finally in Hollywood, California from our excursion in New York City and some of the craziest shit we've ever really purported. Harmontown is now in session! Let's bring out Spencer Crittenden, please. Spencer to the stage. We missed you, Spencer. We missed you. And the mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. I can tell you have a weird energy. You're thinking, uh-oh, Dad got a divorce and now the shave happens. But this was an absolute accident. I went drunk into a barbershop in New York and was like, I did want to get a trim, but I just didn't. I've never gotten a trim from a barber, so he said, what number? And I said, 1.
You just said you aimed in the dark?
Well, I looked at his face and I said, I'll have what you're having. He had like a beard. But he was a younger gentleman with black, like, so for him this looks like a beard, but for me it looks I look like a strange like lab rat that's going through a George Michael phase. You know that phase. But no, don't worry. Dad's fine. He's still jerking off on mannequin legs and making breakfast, and everything's gonna be fine. The dogs don't seem too happy. Nigel keeps shitting everywhere and eating everything, but that's sad.
Does he eat his own poop? Because that would be a self-solving problem.
Yeah, I know. I wish. Yeah, of all the things. Yeah, it's like he's running out of shit to eat. It's all turning into shit. Yeah. Yeah. Put it in the New Yorker, Harmon. I know. I thought. Well, I do think in all seriousness, probably there's a. Well, I'm not going to blame myself for the bad mood unless you guys heard us talking shit about LA and in the New York shows. Sometimes we go to different cities and we're like, "Fuck those guys. We're just kidding." But if you're like me, the wind was taken out of your sails. There was something about today, even though the shit didn't really go down today, the shit went down last week, specifically while we were on stage for one of the shows. The horrible events happened, but it's just the wake of it all. I think it hit a tipping point today. It was just like you couldn't watch anything or take in any information without just feeling fucking apocalyptic about everything. It just seems like I stood here and promised everybody that Trump was a joke and that because the Irish were worried about it when Aaron was over there, and I was like, that guy's not gonna worry. But it's like, this guy's a fucking antichrist. It's like you just keep, and then people keep, and I don't think you should keep tweeting this stuff if you discover 20 years ago Trump was racist and all this stuff. But it's like the sad thing about it is it's like, well, what are we are we waiting for the thing where all these idiots are gonna go, you know what, you're right, he seems like a bad guy. Like he's appealing to the most basest, like fearful, horrible, like part of I'm not going to say the most horrible people, because the way to fight this is to believe that even the ignorant have a little Buddha inside of them that we can like tickle into the chin and bring them out. Give them a shot of wheatgrass and a pat on the back and just say, look, man, we're scared too. We don't want the country to be broke, but don't fucking surround a mosque and holding a gun, wearing a ski mask. That's not a protest. What are you protesting? This is insane. This shit is getting insane. The airlines kicked these guys off, but I think that happened to 2 different airlines. And the press is kind of fucking playing ball with it, because they're not just calling it racism now. They're calling it like religious intolerance and anti-Muslim. It's like the people didn't know they were Muslim. They based it on something else. I'm sure if you were an atheist Arab and someone didn't want to get on a plane with you, they're not like detecting your religion. They're not fucking academics. What am I? I'm complaining to a very sad choir. I mean, whatever. But I wanted to acknowledge.
I feel like the mood was just because it was kind of hot today.
Oh, okay. Oh, have you guys not been watching the news? I'm sorry.
It was just.
Wait a week.
It was just really warm for mid-late November. I put me in a bad mood. Also, I've just stopped watching the news now. I mean, I'll get it through bits and pieces. But like when we got to New York,
I got these texts from my brother and some friends saying, "Did you hear about what happened?" And like, "Are your friends okay out there?" And I was like, we have to walk on stage right now, so I just put my head in the dirt. Like, it's which is a terrible thing to have to do, but like
better than trying to come up with bits about it.
We got up to the show, and there were 17 NYPD out in front of the theater, and. I didn't notice that, but you told me about that, or someone else told us about it.
There was literally 12. I mean, we had the nut because we were like, how many are there here? There's 12. It's like, can you imagine there were 12 cops basically every single place in New York? I have to imagine there was like volunteers.
Well, I think there wasn't the answer. We said, like we're like, are we a...
Well, yeah, because we panicked a little bit. We sat down in the green room, and I think it might have been AdSit. That was because we were just like, wow, can you imagine? This is so sad. Because everybody, the cops are sad. Like, nobody really believes in that moment that there's a threat, but so that like there's no, but at the same time everyone understands that this has to be done now, and that's what makes everyone sad. It's just like, oh, our lives have been eclipsed by tragedy and there's nothing we can do, and even the cops feel that way and the kids feel that way, and everyone's just like, okay, wave the baton, and you go in, and it was just a very morose, sad vibe. In a strange way is also kind of uplifting, because obviously like all of those police, they have to come from somewhere, so if not, like, there must have been volunteers like putting on NYPD flak jackets. I don't know if that's legal.
I don't think that's.
I don't know how many fucking NYPD cops you could possibly pull out of.
The reason why they put so many cops in front of the place is that because there's more than 500 people in this building. And
that's
the
New
new
York,
thing,
but there's 8 million people.
There's 700 people in most of the hotels. It's like.
It was the counterterrorism unit.
It was counterterrorism. So we were sitting in the green room and we're like, I was just operating on the assumption of like, oh yeah, where are all these cops coming from? And then I think it was AdSet. I think Scott AdSet went like, do you think maybe it's because they have a specific reason to think there's a threat here? And I was like, what? Oh fuck! And I was like, we just want to feel bad about international tragedy. We don't want to start being narcissistically panicked about it. But I couldn't get that out of my mind. And then
some things happened.
A young lady went out and asked the cops, like specifically, she's like, "Can you please tell us if there's something?" And they were like, "No, it's every place with over 300 people." And blah blah blah.
I almost called the counterterrorism unit when you took your pants off at the end of the second show.
I think they almost came up there. I believe in that moment I was as close as I have ever gotten to being a terrorist. I certainly was not celebrating freedom, or I wasn't rewarding it. Yeah, I don't know. JetBlue, okay.
That's been our show. Good night, everybody.
I don't know.
What was the picture you posted of the menu? Was that a JetBlue?
Yeah, I don't understand that. You look on my Instagram, but there's nothing to talk about because I don't fucking understand it. It's like these menu items, and then there's like these little tiny icons, and one looks like a little horse, and one looks like either a smaller horse or a dog.
No, it was.
And it's like each menu item. It's like where you would put like a heart if it was low cholesterol or something like that. So it's like, oh, this one has horse plus dog.
But there was a big horse. I looked closely at it. It's the same horse, it's just smaller, but it was big horse plus smaller horse facing big horse.
Right. Yeah.
Which like horse plus small horse equals
like this will
1.5 horses.
Right.
But my guess on that is there's full or half size portions available. But
I could eat a horse.
Or I'm a horse so hungry I could have the full pasta, or I'm a horse so small I could only have the half pasta.
All right. Well, you know what? There's nothing on this list that I can't talk about with our guest tonight, who has a heart out, and I don't want to cheat them. So why don't we just bring him up and start chatting? He's a fantastic, really, really intimidatingly funny guy that I first got to taste of his in-person talents. What am I talking about? What language am I speaking?
Tell him you love him.
I do love him. I was on a podcast with him, and then he did Harmon Quest for an episode, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful, nerdy, really funny dude, and he had to come here sooner or later, so he's here tonight. Let's bring Thomas Middleditch up.
Oh yeah!
Do you want anything to drink? Or?
Oh no, I'm fine. I got my Wawa.
Do you have an early day tomorrow?
Yes. Shooting that old TV show, that old rag, Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
They don't tell you in the biz that you got to start getting up at like 5:30 in the morning, earlier sometimes. It's kind of.
Are you guys shooting at a studio? Are you on location?
Sony Pictures motion picture studio lot.
Now,
Culver City.
Do you live on the west side, east side?
I live in Hollywood, California.
Yeah. So that's a hell of a drive.
That's a nice 45-minute.
Yeah, at 5:30 it's going to be a breeze.
Yeah. And there's one bar over there.
That's why Dan will
Story
never work
checks
at
out.
Sony, yeah.
JetBlue, can't stand them. I'm sitting there, you're bringing it up. I'm like, oh, I hate them.
Oh yeah, well, let's hear your JetBlue.
It's
chunk.
It's pretty petty and stupid.
Well, I mean, are you a first class only flyer?
No. I actually am a big fan of Coach, and
well, then you must feel that JetBlue has now sold out because they have a premium class now.
Oh well, I don't I don't know or care about.
Welcome to Mile High Kvetching, where we talk about I don't know, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say. Well, last time I flew them, they were doing, if you want to order something, I don't know about the horses, but they'd have, you could either get free snacks, like a bag of peanuts or whatever, and then you could pay money for, like, essentially snack packs, which are just packages of smaller packages of snacks.
Those boxes, yeah.
There's no sandwiches, there's no nothing, so forget it. Forget sandwiches on JetBlue. You're only getting packages of smaller packages of snacks.
Well, because they convert. I mean, I don't know if that was always the case.
Damn.
Thomas, is your hatred of JetBlue a snack-based hatred?
It's purely a snack-based hatred. You can't. We're in a world where packaging is. We're getting mounds of packaging in this world, and I can't get a sandwich now because I got to get packages of smaller packages of snacks. Not gonna do it.
And it is infuriating when you read stories like that in Southwest Airlines that there was a little revolt because there were two Arab gentlemen who run a pizza restaurant in Chicago together or something, and one of them was holding a box because he had baklava in it. Because that's how terrorists operate. They get all gussied up in their best Muslim gear, and then they put a bomb in a box, and they just walk up to the plane and they go, "Can I please get on the plane?"
Yeah. And they go, "Yeah, sure. That's just pizza, right? Come on in."
Right. And so somebody went up and said, "I'm not flying with him." And then this entire airline, these people who are always high roading you, if you've had one too many. and you're as Dino once did, you simply mistake the cockpit door for the bathroom, and it's locked, so you're banging on it. That actually happened to Dino for real.
Yeah.
Like he was so drunk that I wasn't there, but he tells that story. He was so drunk, he was like, he's like, "Who the fuck's in the bathroom?" He's like, "It's been forever," and he's like banging on the
very
cockpit
dangerous,
door.
a very dangerous,
not
thing.
A good move. So, but anyway, but it is like there's something extra outrageous about that because you're always living under the tyranny of these unremarkables, these threshold guardians who are like, it's like it used to be they were in the hospitality business, and then after 9/11 they became these fucking undeputized air marshals, they were like, "Oh good, no more fucking Mr. Nice Guy, and by the way, never was nice," like and now it's just like it's just the tone and all that shit, and you're always in a bad mood, and you're always like hyper aware of the class system because they literally are like, there's no good way to do it, but you're just always in a bad mood, and they're in a bad mood, and it's just the worst situation. And then when you read stories like that, you're going, "Oh, so also like if the shit does ever hit the fan, you're a fucking traitor to everybody."
Yeah,
like you're just a dummy. Like what was that? What kind of bullshit is that? If a guy comes up and says, "Look at what we haven't. It's been how many years have we had to that's insane." That somebody would come up and go like, "I want to fly with that guy." And it's like, "Oh, I know how to handle this. I don't even have to read the manual. Hey, sir, you're out."
He doesn't want to fly with you. I'm taking his side.
At one point, they made the guy show his baklava to everybody, and he shared it with them.
Well, he should have brought enough for everybody. I love baklava.
Yeah. And all the people shared the baklava with him, and they're like, "We're so sorry, but, racism. I just
he's
got
like,
rewarded for it.
I get it.
I mean, that's how my dog works, and how much smarter than my dog are people that 15 years after 9/11 haven't figured out that fucking... God damn it, don't get me started. Listen to all the other podcasts if you want to hear about this shit, right? You come here for automotive tips. So I understand you got a new Impala you're wrenching on.
Chevy Volt all day, baby.
Dan, on the topic of cars, real quick, Thomas, we frequently gripe about Uber and Lyft on the show.
Okay, why?
Just because funny hypocrisies and things that happen in the car. I prefer Lyft to Uber. Dan hates Uber, but will never go to Lyft. I got my driver today had a brand new 2015 Mini Cooper. And
don't care for it.
You don't care for it.
Coopers? Ugh.
Yeah. Well, they had the display is like this giant circle of like crazy digital readouts and all this stuff. And I go, oh, is this the new one? My brother has like I think like 2012. Is this the new one? He goes, yeah. I go, do you like it? He goes, yeah, I like it. I go, but you don't love it? And he goes, I mean, no, I like it. I go, what don't you like about it? He goes, it's kind of small. The Mini.
And well, it's not just the Mini. I knew it was a Mini, obviously, from the name. But then when you get in it, you feel kind of like actively, like it's pinning you in. Like it's doing it to you. Like it's putting you in a container for chickens. You mean it's cooping you.
Let's go!
So even if it was a Mega Cooper, you should expect some constriction. Is my point.
The floor was sprinkled with seed, which was nice.
My feet are glued to the floor with my own feces, and some guy from Tyson Foods keeps clubbing me in the head. We gotta stop eating meat.
It's true.
It's so delicious.
It's true.
It's so bad.
Dan, are you saying are you verging on vegetarianism all of a sudden?
You gotta come. You gotta come over
Or
here.
are you?
I just did it. I switched it over about a year and some change now.
You
saw this documentary, Cowspiracy. Oh fuck! No. Now look. Occasionally I'll cheat. So one day you'll be like, "You're eating fucking sushi, man. You just told me you don't eat meat." Now just chill, okay? Chill the fuck out. It's like 90% of the time I don't, but yeah, you got to get out of there, man.
What I think is, like you is Kumail veggie?
No. Oh, Zach
he
Woods
looks like
is.
a fucking action figure now. But Aziz and Shrab.
Sure.
And then so there's, what are you miming, Dan? Well, I just started drinking these Soylent things. You know what Soylent is?
Like Soylent Green, like human meat?
No, unfortunately, they didn't know about that reference when they. I always thought it was ironic. They named it after the 1958 sci-fi book from which that comes.
Oh.
But the movie Soylent Green, I think, which was also based on that book, added a few things, including the cannibalism.
Yeah. That's sweet human meat.
And so the people that named it Soylent were just going like doff of the cap to a futuristic drink without ever having seen the 1975 movie where the whole point is like, the futuristic drink is human flesh. But I just mistook it for like, it's millennial marketing. You know, like you walk past a place and it says like Acne Studios, and you're like, that's the worst name for. I got it, you little brat. You're keeping the old man out. You don't want my paradigms on your paradigms.
They're like, sorry, kids only, old man.
Yeah.
Beat it.
Thomas, what made you cross over?
It's always annoying to hear about.
I've been vegetarian for 23 years, so you won't.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm so vegetarian. I don't even know what Cowspiracy is because I'm fucking already there.
You're already
man.
there. I wish I was. I wish I had been.
I got one of those.
The thing
fucking
is,
lip
like,
zits. Go ahead.
You got a lip zit?
Pop it. That'd be so. No, that'd be.
You know, I have a story to tell you after this. Why do I have to say that? Go ahead, speak. I'm sorry, I'm terribly unprofessional.
What do I do?
Dan, how do Thomas and I focus on our vegetarian story when you have a lip zit going on?
No,
right
just
now?
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm a narcissist and I'm a bad person and just
Lip
go.
zit sounds like an 80s song. Like lip zit. And then,
The lip zit, it's a painful sore that you have upon your mouth.
All right.
You gotta pop. Sometimes they're just ingrown hairs. Just
Tell
rip
him
out
your
the
veggie
hair.
origin story.
Well, I mean,
Well, Dan sulks behind you.
look, I sit here. I call myself an environmentalist. I drive my Chevy Volt. I donate to Sierra Club and Defenders of Wildlife on all this kind of stuff. I'm like, here I am trying to save the planet, and then I didn't even realize literally the worst thing for the planet is animal husbandry. I didn't know that. People say, hey, cow farts, they're pretty bad for the atmosphere. They're the worst thing for the atmosphere. Who knew? Methane, really bad stuff. Guys, it's exciting podcast material. But, I mean, and not to mention the sewage runoff. Cows are like literally the worst thing. Deforestation. I like cougars and wolves and bears, but
they got to clear rainforest to make room for the farting cows, so that then they feed them. Yeah,
it's something like it's 1 to 2 acres a second of rainforest throughout space and time. 1 second, 1 to 2 acres, and something like 93% of the reason is animal husbandry or feed crops for the animal husbandry. Fucking man, everybody's like, all these fucking meat guys are like, what about almond milk, man? You fucking asshole, almond milk. You know what the worst fucking drought crop is?
Almonds.
Alfalfa. What do we use alfalfa for? To feed cows. What does California alfalfa go to? China to feed their cows. God damn it. And then I tell you what, man.
Can't you hear the song? It's the sound of angry men.
I stopped this meat shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm out. I'm out of this meat game. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And then it hit me. This is a couple weeks later. I was sitting in some hotel room. I was like, oh my God. And like, I quit for the environmentalist reason, but then the death and the sadness hit me. It's such a horrible industry. They torture these creatures. And even if it's in like a Whole Foods farm with like pastures and stuff, it's like, here, Betsy, live this fucking rad life. Thank you for your time. Bam. Slice. And it's like, I'll never hunt anything. I don't even want to kill a chicken. What am I doing to these animals? I want them to live. Dogs are beautiful, right? We all like dogs. Pigs are the same as dogs. Why are we cutting the pigs up? Why are we forcing them in these little cages where they literally cut off the pig's tail in front of them, so it's so painful when the pig behind them gnashes on their tail that it has to kick the pig behind it. Otherwise, it's too sad to do anything about it. And then you get infected tail meat, and then it's a loss in terms of money. It's not worth it, you guys. It's not worth it. It's not. It tastes great. It's not worth it, though.
So, yeah. Dan, you have a little zit in your lip?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
It's right on the line,
But that's
one of those.
That's what you're talking about. The sadness in the air. I feel that sometimes so crushingly. Is like you take a look at the world and you go, what are we doing here? Yeah. We're spinning around and we're melting each other.
Yeah, because it's like it hurts, but then
if you try to pop it, tweezers. It probably is an ingrown hair.
Yeah. So I was at Spring Street Lounge in New York, and I was hanging out with some Venezuelans, and that's not their identity, but they were from there. One of them was a coder. Who also does not like Mr. Robot.
Oh, I like Mr. Robot.
Tough titties. I just watch Fight Club again.
We got to hack into the world.
I do. I love that actor.
Not so bad. Right?
I love the performances. There's a lot of great things about the show. I'm just a shitty fucking petty competitive writer. When young writers get attention, there's some fucking flare up in me that I still haven't overcome. I'm gonna talk to my shrink about it.
I get it. I do get it. I get it.
It's Goodwill Hunting 30 years later.
You have a competition with Goodwill Hunting?
Yeah, I'm still mad about that. How do you like them apples? That thing. Like, how is that guy supposed to respond? Like, why would he ever say yes? Well, who says yes when you say, how do you like them apples?
Thomas,
and if that guy hadn't said yes,
do you know the line he's talking about?
Yeah. How do you when he gets the number?
Yeah.
The guy says yes to it?
Yeah. And if he hadn't, no movie.
I don't remember the yes.
Because that guy ends up just come on, let's move on. But I was in this bar. So, and I'm making friends with these gentlemen. They're very funny and interesting. One's a coder who's from Venezuela, but he was Jewish. His name was Abraham. Maybe I'm saying too much information. Maybe now he's going to get doxxed. But he's a coder. He'll be able to repel the attack with. But the only way you'll know that is with a fucking voiceover. The other guy was like an accountant, and I was just getting to know them and talking about it, and we were having such a good time. And then the accountant guy started wanting to talk about the politics, and he's like the thing about the refugees and the Trump and all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, let's not do it, you know, like I've gotten to that age. I was like, let's not talk about politics. It's like, yeah, well, this is the thing we should be talking about. I was like, and then these guys started telling me about all the refugees, how like what age they should be or they should be sent back and all this stuff. I'm like, come on, man, you're Venezuelan. What am I supposed to say to this? I'm supposed to like white splain to you, like what he was I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't like second generation. He was like a guy that was like came here and like he's like now he's in this mode and then this like Irish guy comes up, like this Irish American guy, like
and he was twirling like a
baton.
Hey,
what's all this about then?
Well.
I think the two of you should be in school right about now. No, we're supposed to get barrels to wear for our fishing trip. In case someone steals our clothes.
Fishing in the barrels. Like,
oh, it's an old-timey day, is it? No, he was like Colin Quinn Irish. He was like, he sounded and kind of looked exactly like Colin Quinn. Like, it was so you picture that archetype. Like, his voice sounded, I said, you sound like fucking Colin Quinn. Like, he's like, hey, what about the Irish? Like, he just heard, like, inflammatory language and was attracted to it like a bee at a picnic when the soda comes open. He was just like, hey, what about the Irish? It's like but it wasn't like we were going down lists of like, this ethnic group is bad. This it was like he wasn't responding to anything. He was just starting it. And then I was like, I had nothing about the Irish, and it was like those guys were riling each other up, but they liked each other because they were both like these hardliners. And then the Irish guy turned out to be a vet, so now you're fucked.
Veterinarian or vet?
No, the kind you can never disagree with about anything. Like, you can tell a veterinarian that cats shouldn't be put to sleep, but you can't fucking talk politics with a guy who is in the shit. He gets to be right about everything. That's why I don't want to talk about politics at a bar, because somebody will come over with like one leg and go like, fuck you, I'm right about everything. And you're like, you're right. But you're also saying weird shit, you know? But so that guy. So anyways, I just want to say, all these guys were nice guys. This isn't a story about how I was just going to nightmare. This is the point of my story. Has this ever, this is like, I don't know if this is a New York thing or what, but this was the weirdest thing. Because the guy was like, you know, he had that machismo, that Colin Quinn machismo. And you guys are like, Colin Quinn's 90. Well, when I was your age, Colin Quinn had machismo. Now Colin Quinn's like, I'm going to write him a letter. Dear fucko, me and Jim Norton are going to come over and say very funny things that are going to make you feel bad. Dear Colin Quinn, now you sound like Christopher Lloyd. Dear fucko, I don't care who I sound like. I'm a vet. So we're just talking and hanging, and the Irish American Iraq War veteran, just like he starts squinting at me while I'm talking. And he goes like, what is this? What is this? You get some kind of... And he had some phrase. He had some like... It was some kind of nickname for something that I've never heard. He said, you got some kind of hoocher coocher or something like that. He said, bligadoober or something. And it said some word that was gibberish to me. And it's like, he's pointing at the back of my neck. And I'm like, what do I have the back of my neck? And he's like, and then he's because I thought, well, if there's smuts on my neck, and get it off, I guess, because he's already reaching for it. Is, what do I have, a spider on my neck? And he fucking grabs it and he pops a zit for me. And I was like, oh! And then he like wipes it with his finger, like he was like, well, I don't mean like smears it on me. I mean like respectfully, like he was like grooming me. What? Like he wasn't bullying me. He was like grooming me.
So you had a poppable visible zit,
and he fucking reached out.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah, and he took care of it like I was like his kid or something.
You were like for a second like a foxhole brother.
Yeah. And it was just one of those moments because it was like, ow, and then it was like, but it was so clearly not at all like, it was the opposite of of what you'd be afraid of in an encounter with that guy, because that guy reminds you of just opposition and all this stuff. And the guy was just like belligerent and jingoistic and narcissistic and bragging about his combat and like wanting to talk about all the different races and all this stuff. And it's like all of that you associate with like, this is all bad, but really it all boils down to this is all usually bad because usually it's a symptom of a guy like doing bad things, like he's going to end up like picking a fight or hogging the jukebox or something. He's gonna end up, and it's gonna turn out he was a bass player. And we're gonna listen to his shitty album all night. All right, it's not just because he's a bass player that the album's shitty. It's a necessary instrument. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about.
Not to offend any of the bass players,
of
which this entire audience is comprised.
You've been with that guy. Dino had a guy over at his house, and a guy said he pulled out his iPod and he said, "Hey, do you like?" He's like, "Hey, let me play some stuff. You mind if I do a little DJing?" Okay. He's like, "Hey, do you like Led Zeppelin?" And Dino's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, so does my band." Derp. And played the whole vibe.
There's nothing more. I can't stand when someone plays their music and then just like watches you listening to it.
Yeah. And I just want to turn to them and go, I don't think Radiohead ever did this. I can't imagine. I think they fucking sucked it up and waited for people to come to see them.
Well, I have so many questions about the veteran zit popper guy, because I know you you're not a physical contact fan.
No, that's the thing. It was so paternal.
But and also you've talked about the fact that you wouldn't get a massage because
this is really it is. It's on paper. It's my worst nightmare because it's a big jock. Like it's what jocks become, which is in their highest form archetypically, which is a soldier, which is a guy who's trained to kill. It's also combined with like he's a right-wing person who wants to talk about how the things that are physical about people are markers of differences that are unsolvable, and because Italians do this but the Irish do that. It's like like everything is like a nightmare about it. But then he did that one little thing and it was like, oh, Dad.
And then he just says, "You're gonna be all right, boyo. You're gonna be all right."
But so your initial physical reaction was not like...
Well, it was shock. I didn't know what was happening. And then by the time I realized what was happening, he was like gingerly cleaned it, like he popped, and then he he wasn't just like, he was just like, someone's fainting in the back.
That's a really intimate thing to do with somebody. And also, like in the days of like disease
AIDS and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, wow,
this person's having is this one person that's just having the...
Thomas, like what you said was my first thought is like this is what you do when your brothers are in a foxhole next to you, when you're in the shit,
Probably you let the zits go, right?
I think not with this guy. I think he probably had his unit had the best skin in the
there
whole
are
army.
Some people that like to pop zits. I gotta be honest. My mom is one of them. She's like, she loved it when we were teens because she'd be like, give me your back. And it's like,
that's actually part of the reason I brought the story up is because I knew when he did. I also knew that's part of what mitigated it is because I once dated a girl who had that thing, and I was like, it was so fucking weird because she's like, can I please? And I'm like, can you please? Are you sure you're not just trying to impress me? Not that it would. No, I really like it. Save them up. I'm not. There are some people who fucking love it.
There's videos online.
They're called dermatologists. You get a facial. Their favorite thing is the extraction part. They love. I always ask them, you ever had a facial? Like,
God, yes.
Yeah.
What am I, an animal?
I mean.
Am I savage?
I can tell because your face fairly glows, Thomas. Yeah,
I have night creams and day creams.
Fuck yeah, you do. What's your what kind of? You got a daily scrub you use? What kind
of? No, I stay away from the scrubs that'll dry you out. Dry you out quicker than a week in the desert.
There's one little epilogue to this story.
Boy, that's a good story.
If that happens, so that's in the midst of this. It's like, okay, so that was weird, and I didn't necessarily start liking the guy. It was just I just found that kind of profound that the unexpected things were happening in an encounter that from the moment that guy came up and said, "What about the Irish?" I was like, "This is the fucking worst." So, but it didn't. The story didn't end the way I thought it would. I didn't want to hang out there anyway, though. But the biggest reason I didn't want to hang out there is because there were 4 guys sitting over at that like end bar part, at the where we would be if we were all there
by the Cab Calloway Jive Dictionary thing.
And like some, I think it was like they were regulars and they were older and they seemed like literary types or something. I remember the story about me being mistaken for a Mr. Grossman. Like that was the same bar because I was wearing a jacket. These guys all looked like Mr. Grossmans, and they were glowering at all of us the whole time because we were all talking loudly. And I could hear them like doing this running commentary the whole time. And they were like, they were nerds and they were intellectuals. But the real reason I left the bar is because I was getting angrier and angrier at them. Because I wanted to like turn to them and go, why don't you guys fucking cheer up or go somewhere you can be happy? Fucking talking to like 2 guys and a fucking, he's a fucking Mama Luke. But he's popping my zits. What are you doing for me?
What have you done for me lately?
He fought for this fucking country, Jack. But it wasn't like there was prejudice coming from the guys who were probably like the most liberal and intellectual because they were like, oh, here's these like types that are gonna bring. They were a shadow that I was casting, like when before I got my zit popped. Like when I was like terrified that certain kinds of people are gonna make your bar experience not right, and they were sitting there the whole time just Statlerin and Waldorfing, and so I boned out. That's the end of my story about getting my zits. America.
And as he walked home, the ghost of future Christmas was like, "You've learned a valuable lesson."
I want to know how many soldiers, Marines, airmen, seamen, like are out there, doing their duty and just, hey, buddy, you got a thing over there, like I wonder.
Actors, you can probably verify this unless the community cast is really weird, but I assume not. There's like if you watch enough like dailies, there's so much footage of because they're sitting there for 12 hours under hot lights, they're at each other's mercy, so. They'll just like, oh, you gotta, and they're like, oh, can you just get it? And they're just picking each other's noses and stuff.
No, stay out of here. You don't look at it. You don't want to get in there. There's too much.
Do not.
You always think you're gonna go and get a little treat. You come out with a full feast. Too much. And I hate it. I hate it when people grab your nose, when people pinch your nose, because I'll have like a
there's
hard
always
one
a fucking,
in there, and it digs.
Yeah.
And then I got a nosebleed because you thought it was so funny to pinch my honker.
People pinch your nose, and you got a sharp one in there. You got a fucking, you got an angular one.
Yeah. I go, no, don't pinch noses.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you,
exactly.
What are you, an old, like, granny? What are you pinching nose for?
No, I agree with that.
Get out of my nose.
But that's not this. This is actors protecting each other from they're like clearing out each other's nostril openings and stuff. I'm just, my point being, who God knows what soldiers do after a while, because even actors, which is just that little bit of like camaraderie and fatigue, and reliance on each other, the behavior already starts to get unrecognizable from the perspective of the normal world.
Would you be open? What if, Dan, if you found somebody like there was a service like a spa or something like that, and you found there was a guy or a woman that was really into and totally comfortable with that kind of back extraction kind of service? Would you be down for that? Or
no?
Or was it only because he sneak attacked you and came up and did that?
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, thank God he did that. I'm so happy that got done. I was just like, it was only just that he defied my every fucking like line that I had drawn for his personality. That's it. He could have said like. I love Jenga. I don't know. He could have said anything just random. He turned out to be a human being and not like this fucking like straw dog that I had created and was like trying to figure out how to avoid a fight with. He wasn't thinking that about me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have popped my zit. Like if he had made decisions about me and was like that adherent to them, I've been drinking in bars so long, and it was like there's a fucking kind of knucklehead that comes up and you just like, no, I'm too young. Life is too short.
Have you ever been scrubbed at a Korean spa? I used to go to this place called Wee Spa. It's in Koreatown.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it there, but I mean, not to get weird, because of this TV show, I can't go there because I'll just be like nude and like chilling out, and somebody will be like, "Hey, fucking Richard," I'll be like, "I don't like this anymore. You've ruined it." But I used to go there, and in the corner always there's like the full body scrubs where it's, you know, you're in the spa, you're getting over your hang-ups, you're like, I'm nude, I'm comfortable with it. That guy's got the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life. I don't care. And then there are these people in the corner that they're like lying on the bed, and there's a man, like, well, and then I'm sure a woman in the woman's part, and they are vigorously full body scrubbing the man who's lying down, like with like, I guess like a sponge and soap and like high pressure water, and they're up in their crack. They're everywhere, legs back, and they're ripping around, and then up in the thing, and they're scrubbing the crack, and they're just like, yeah. And I was like, I've always looked at that with envy of like, how could you have the security of your own body to be like, scrub me as hard as you fucking can right now. In any crevice I have, get in there, and don't pussyfoot around. Scrub me, you bitch, and like. I can't. And another gentleman, you don't know.
Thomas, just surrender to the scrub. because the Korean spa, it's like being in the middle of a really sexy street fight. Like, you're getting your ass kicked.
No, don't listen to him. Here's why. If you have anxiety about that kind of thing, well, those people that you think are your heroes in the moment, like, those are the same people that, you know what else they do really well? They merge on the freeway. They don't give a fuck. Because they have no anxiety. They have no fear about anyone's judgment, and they kill people. They fucking murder people.
The first time you get a scrub is by accident. You don't know. I'll get the full.
Have you ever had a scrub?
Oh, yeah.
You've had a full scrub?
Fuck yeah.
Have you seen him drive?
Do you use turn signals? Do you?
Have you seen me merge?
Do you use turn signals?
I'm like Barishnika. Not only do I use turn signals, I indicate.
That's good.
I'm an indicator.
I call them indicators, too.
I'm an indicator.
I got flack for calling them indicators.
Yeah.
I've been bullied into calling them
I had a
turn
Scottish
signals.
girlfriend. Well, when Dan and I and
Canadian.
Aaron and my Scottish ex-girlfriend were in Scotland for the holidays a couple years ago.
No. Scrubs.
What?
Don't try and tell me. I don't want to know about Scotland. I want to know about how the fuck you have the brass and the audacity to get your body scrubbed.
My first scrub was a little. Oh my God! You never forget your first scrub, by the way.
I wouldn't know.
The first scrub is the deepest.
It is deep. Yeah. They go deep.
Oh, it's fucking. They get right up in there. No, it's all hands on deck at this fucking scrubs, man.
Did they?
No, it's fucking. But like, it's really vigorous.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God! I don't know that. This might cross a line of like my tolerance for like, not intimacy, but like this is really wild. But the first time I did that, I went with a gal that was a friend of mine, and we went to Little Tokyo, and they walk all over, and your like joints are cracking and popping, and she, like, I was trying, like, with my face down, trying to visualize what she could possibly be doing to make the sensation that was going on. I was like, does she have 40 elbows? It was crazy. Did she call her friends in? Like, what the fuck is going on?
They're gang scrubbing you.
But all of a
Get
sudden,
him! Wait, so you had a lady scrubbist?
I had a lady scrubber.
Ooh, wouldn't fly at Wee Spa.
Are the Von Trapps back there? I was
Yeah, but also
trying to plus your bit.
Then
Just moving a little slow tonight.
But one time I got a gift certificate a long time ago to the Burke Williams in West Hollywood, which I think is gone, which is like where Crunch is, like on Sunset and
Crunch.
like Crescent Heights, right? So I went in there and
It's Crunch near Pump.
Yeah.
Right across the street from Tuft. All right.
There's a dog groomer. It's called Balls. For no reason. So I go into the spa. And I know the routine. You get a locker. You get a bathrobe. You can go. You can choose your own adventure. I can go into the tub, and I can go into the sauna or to the like the steam room, or I can sit and drink coconut lemon water, or not coconut, like cucumber, whatever.
Spa day.
Read a book, and then but like if you go into any of the facilities, you have a towel or can be naked. So I go into the steam room, and I have my towel, and you sit down. I walk in, and there was, let's say, 7, 8 guys in there already, every one of them was the hottest guy you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Everybody was like David Beckham's hotter younger brother. And it was just cock out, and everyone's just talking like, what are you getting? I'm getting the Siemens Retreat. No, that's not Siemens. It's called...
The Siemens demise? What was he going to say? The Siemens repose?
No. There was one called the Hunter's Retreat. And so there's all these names, but there was scrubbing involved and all this stuff.
So you Freudian slipped from hunter to seaman.
Well, I would say I was going nautical to you have to believe me.
Okay, all right. That's the connection.
Fans of the show will notice that's the second time I've said semen already.
This is my alarm, by the way. This is your. Just wrap it up because he's got a heart out, and I want to play Shadowrun with him before he goes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
But that doesn't mean we're ending the show early. We're just gonna get our guest on.
I was completely intimidated by the everybody was so gorgeous and walking around. But I found out they ended up having to close that one down supposedly because it was so sexy in there that there was lots of shenanigans happening.
It sounds like you're describing a place in West Hollywood.
Yes, it was. That's why.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look.
Well, that's why
like that.
That's why they also closed. That's why they also had to close down Balls, the dog groomer.
Because the dogs are fucking.
Pump is still pumping though.
Just full. Just Jack Russells walking around with their fucking schlongs wagging as much as their tails.
Gee, sucking each other's dog dicks. Let's build this fucking wall.
Dogs would come so hard that the other dog would fetch the cum and bring it back. These are fucking hot gay dogs. They shut that place down. It wasn't a health hazard. These were the cleanest fucking dogs in the world. No. It was a cultural threat because it was fucking changing minds.
Thomas, would you be open for a scrub by a woman scrubber, or is it?
It's very intimate.
Or is it? Yeah.
I just don't. Oh God. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind getting scrubbed all over. And even on the junk in a non-sexual way. It's not about. I wouldn't be because I couldn't picture a less sexy thing to be like all over your dick. I wouldn't get hard in that. I'd be like, oh. But I'm more about up the butt crack. I got,
Are you worried about the... I would be worried about, because my butt crack will never be clean.
Yeah, I'm worried about a dirty butthole, and then my being like a too hairy of a butt.
Yeah.
Or like, I didn't expect
those
it.
go together. It's like, it will never be clean because it's like a fucking carpet back there.
Yeah.
And if at home, if you had in the middle of your living room, your carpeted living room, if there was a hole that shit came out of 3 times a day, it just wouldn't matter what you did in that room. Never, ever, ever.
Sweetheart, we got to do something about this carpet. You ever notice that shits 3 times a day?
They said it was a stain master, but it's a stain creator.
Hey! Folks.
Let's bring out DeMorge Brown, who has been...
DeMorge Brown with the greenest pants in town.
They're just green, man. They're just green pants. That's all it is.
Look at this haircut, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
There's no
cleans up.
There's no non-handsome version.
No,
of
there
DeMorge.
isn't. I was gonna say the I can't even remember the previous look now. I haven't seen DeMorge in a million years, but I was like, but English is in class session.
Yep.
My English teacher's here, and I've been bad at English.
Are you hoping he paddles you?
Yeah, keep me after class, Professor Clean Cut.
We'll do it in class, man.
Teach me some conjunctivitis. Teach me how to conjugate
your eyeballs.
No.
Where you been, DeMorge? Tell us about your travels. And
I actually haven't been traveling a whole lot. I've just been working a lot. It gets to this time of year, and people want to get stuff done before people start disappearing for holidays. So I've just been shooting a bunch of stuff, little short films here and there. And then also Channel 101 ends in October. And so from the end of October to about the middle of October, or end of September to middle of October, there were just project after project of people trying to slam and get something done. Kill the baby.
It's like sweeps week, kind of.
Yeah, and then Kill the Baby, which Aaron was also in. We finished with like a finale, which was like a 20-minute finale, and people have lives and things, so everybody only shoots on the weekends, and there you go. So Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
You ever had a scrub?
I have been to the Wee Spa. I've seen that stuff. I have not gone anywhere near that. I don't have any interest in that.
I have an interest,
myself.
but I'm so scared. I am like looking into Sauron's eye but like falling in love at the same time.
Thing is,
I'm
you
like,
have to
what
get
danger are in this scrub?
When you leave, when you leave
it.
after when you get the whole kit and caboodle, when you leave there, you feel it's a crazy euphoria kind of feeling. It's
Because
really,
your butthole's been titillated. Because you just got your fucking prostate jammed.
Your butthole shines like a new dime.
Oh my God.
Somebody else could look into your butthole and see themselves.
See, I equate all that stuff. Like, there's always like Chris McKenna would for the writers, if we were working them too hard, he'd like hire a masseuse to come and like set up in a spare room, and like the writers have been up all night.
Love massage.
I won't even do that. Shirt on massage, I won't even do it, because it's like I'm so insecure that the idea of a professional person like who has therefore seen the widest range of people and touched them all. It doesn't really make any logical sense, but I'm just like, oh, they're gonna definitely know for sure that I'm a bad person, which is how I feel also about prostitution. Like when people go like, well, if you're lonely and you say that you're not gonna be able to sustain relationships, why are you talking about getting mannequins? I have to catch up with you with this stuff, but like, why not go to Las Vegas and engage in your legal right to? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Never. That would be the last thing I did after skydiving. Like, I would never. And like trying heroin. Like heroin I'd try first, and then let's get back to that. But like the idea of a sex worker, it's like I'd be like, she knows for sure like how my dick places on the like size chart, and also just like every love handle, every hair, everything. She's like, I've seen it all, and here's where you are, and she'd be thinking it. And also,
I bet her thoughts are more like,
I know. Well, that's
hurry.
Yeah, but that's part of the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't I'm not confident enough to. Like the idea, because you'd know the whole time, you'd be like, well, for sure she'd rather be somewhere else. That's like I would never be able to do anything.
Spencer, would you get a scrub?
Sure, yeah.
From a prostitute?
Only from a prostitute, yeah.
Spencer doesn't give a fuck.
I've hired prostitutes to wash me just because I can't reach all the time.
Just the ship's horn, like the ship's foghorn. That's what the sound effect I wanted after that one.
No, I knew this. I knew the sound.
I just,
It's like the fog had rolled in. Yeah. The fog of It's just something that goes with
All right, now, if Thomas has to bone out in a bit, we should get this started.
Yeah, come on, dudes. I got to bone out. Everybody's saying it.
on this show, probably like 3 times a show.
That's the ad for Creep Show 2, and they got like we're gonna bone out. Like all the when the people
this
are.
Summer, everyone's boning out.
It's all inside. So we should bring up one person and let's make it a crassly gender balancing casting decision.
Well, bringing up one woman is not going to balance out the stage.
Okay, let's nitpick semantics, but also let's get a young lady or an old lady. Why a young lady? Why did I say that?
The youngest lady.
Let's get the.
I want all the women to organize themselves via birthday. If there are any in the same year, we'll do it by month.
Let's get the oldies up front, youngies in the back.
My politeness gland kicks in because I get so nervous when I'm talking about anything where I'm like, you're outside your safety zone, you're gonna say something wrong. So I was I'm just saying, oh, young lady, and then there's times when that's so creepy sounding. Anyways, anybody interested in? We were giving somebody a heart attack with our zit story, or would you like to come up? Well, we had someone raise their hand, and then it's not. It's not.
Wow, that got immediately awkward and strange.
Would you be willing to come up? You raised your hand. Okay, yeah.
Pimple popper or hand raiser? Oh, hand raiser. Pimple popper.
No, of course, hand raiser. Yeah. Obviously. Well, because she was first. Not because Pickle Person was a bad person at all. That's fine what Pickle Person did, but she raised her hand first.
What is your name?
My name is Cassie.
Cassie, hello.
Hello, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie.
Thank you for joining us. I think that should be enough people.
It's okay. I really just came up here because I wanted a water. Can I get one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Are you using us for our bottled water?
I thought about raising my hand just to ask for it, but this is a great opportunity.
Well, would you like to leave and let the pickle lady come up? Oh, okay. What's that?
Happy to be here.
Okay, good. All right. little undersold.
I did want you to just like grab that and then go back. You would have really won the tournament.
Just go right out the side door and just leave.
Oh, was I supposed to take one?
Yeah. There's one for DeMorge, and then is it like basically.
I'll be Kumail Nanjiani.
Right. And so that character is Dr. Friend, I believe, right?
Yes.
He's kind of like a mob doctor archetype. He's the guy who patches us up.
Kumail. Man, why'd you make me the fucking future cleric?
He's a troll, right? I think he's a troll.
Look at all the equipment.
Middleditch is an avid gamer, like that kind of makes you feel bad because he has like a game going with like real people who sit down and really game. He was doing Call of Cthulhu, and now he just started GURPS.
Man. Well, GURPS.
And I asked Thomas while we're shooting Harmon Quest, could I join your group? He's like, no.
Yeah.
The death knell to any good gaming group is accepting new members.
Yeah,
suddenly you have like a tight group of 4, and then you're like, yeah, so and so's come. Yeah, scheduling gets involved.
Yep.
It's over.
Nope. That's why it was both admirable and it was like, fuck. Then you really want in, like, oh man. So it's a candy store and it's locked.
It's a closed candy store.
Fucking insane.
With only windows. And sounds of kids enjoying candy.
What does that sound like?
All right. Well, I'm starting to not want to get into the candy store.
No. We've all seen Spotlight by now. It's good.
Cassie, you're playing whom?
My name's Aaron McGathy.
Can we have Dan? Maybe a bad pitch. Can we have her play as just Aaron McGathy play?
McGathy.
No, she's Aaron's character. It's just that clip, that 5-second clip is like such a out of context. Would be such a weird thing to send to Aaron. She'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I don't know.
All right, so Spencer, what do you think about life and ISIS?
Overrated, both of them.
I agree.
Don't worry about that. All right, Spencer, do we need it? I've been away from Shadowrun for like a couple months, it feels like. So let's just, where were we when we last left off? Do you have a recap, or you just want to fill it in fast?
Oh, our guest recap was written by no one, you fucking assholes. Not you guys. You guys in the live crowd are fine. It's internet people I'm mad at.
Well, okay, Spencer, I'm going to play some music, and you're going to give us a brief recap, please.
All right. Yeah. Last time on Shadowrun, our heroes returned to their mission to store Quest to find the MP3s. They brought them all back, accomplishing their mission. Back at the bar, they assailed a woman the second she walked in a door, not letting her drink, bothering her with questions, and then raping her mind. Eventually, they pulled a quest out of her, finding the whereabouts of her lost daughter, last seen at Flesh to Fresh, a support group for ghouls, survivors of the HMHVV disease. They're still there in that tavern, bothering the lady. On Harmon,
And had we
town.
agreed on a price to bring your daughter
I think
back?
there was a price agreed on. Yeah.
What was the woman's name?
Peggy, right?
I don't know.
Well, right.
Peggy, what's your daughter's name?
Jim.
Jem?
She's truly outrageous.
Okay. Now, is she a ghoul trying to get fresh again?
Yeah. She's a ghoul. You know, they have this craving for flesh, dead flesh, not living flesh. You see, they don't want to eat you. They want to murder you and then eat you.
Right.
So they can handle it with therapy and stuff. And she's been trying to control her urges, and she's been making good progress. But
Wait, will she stop being a
disappeared.
ghoul, or she'll just stop eating dead people?
She'll just stop eating dead people. I mean, a ghoul is just a person with a disease. You know,
disease, man.
It's a condition.
Right.
Come on.
Is future Trump running for president? Can we just build a ghoul wall?
I mean, I'm asking you to find my daughter, not prevent her from getting to me.
Sorry, that's just classic Dr. Friend humor.
Spencer, what's our hack guy? Is hack guy with us or no?
Hat guy's at the bar, yeah.
Let's remember to take him with us this time.
I walk over to hack guy and say, hey, can you get a location on Jem?
No.
Oh, we gotta go to Flesh to Fresh.
Okay, thanks, hack guy.
My name's not Hawkeye. I'm Jim Nightblade.
No, I know that. I was thanking hack guy for bothering him because he was.
Would it be out of order for us to call an Uber and proceed to the club?
The Flesh to Fresh has been explained up and disappeared. That's one of the reasons it's been so hard to find traces of the daughter. The whole place just up and vanished.
Well, who in this town's got a vendetta against ghouls? The town of, where are we? New Berlin? New Los Angeles?
New Seattle.
New something?
Seattle.
New Seattle.
Now hold on a second. Who was that? Was that Peggy talking?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, Hawkeye?
No, that was the DM reminding Hortigard of the past.
Oh, wait, but everybody in. I'm sorry. I apologize, but the building didn't disappear. It was just all the people.
Well, no. I mean, the building got blown up, so it kind of disappeared.
Okay.
Oh, so it didn't
What a
get.
childlike description of explosions.
So the place just got razed and eradicated and demolished.
Seems that way.
Oh, is there a body count?
Oh, there wasn't one labeled, but explosion that size, it wasn't an explosion.
Yeah.
It was more of a fire, but had to have some casualties.
Were there police outside? Because then we know it's at least 500.
Oh, there's always police.
It's a good callback, Aaron McGathy.
Well, in this, are there skills like streetwise or anything like that?
I have a contact with the mafioso. I could ask some questions. Possibly he is reasonably loyal.
There's both of those things. Yeah, there's contacts and
I have contacts with gang members around town.
all of you should probably have contacts.
Oh yeah,
Just the lenses.
I look around the bar, Spencer, and I try to see if I can locate any of my gang contacts or someone in the gangs that I know.
No one in any gangs you know are in the bar right now.
I do the exact same. I'm looking for a fellow named Ritz.
Hank and Hawkeye are the only guys in the bar. Oh, and Peggy.
I'm gonna go place a call on the future phone to my friend Phil at Lone Star.
Okay.
But I'm going to kind of keep it secret from these guys because I don't want them to know that I was a former Lone Star.
I'm a precog, and I'm anticipating that Jim Nightblade might make a call to the Lone Star. But I will keep this to myself because I'm not stupid.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Oh, low. Is that Jimmy?
Yeah. That's my name as of now.
What was it again? What was the old one?
That's all backstory and steeped in mystery.
All right.
So listen, you got a line. What do you know about the Flesh to Fresh company?
Oh, those clinics?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Those ghoul clinics, they've been popping up all over. They're real meat markets. I tell you what.
Say, what do you mean? They don't just engage in the product as advertised?
Oh, they do. They offer all sorts of services like flesh replacements and flesh treatments and also brain zapping.
To make people not ghoulish?
They do all sorts of stuff, but it's been said, they have ties to the Chinese mob.
China? I just said that for no reason. I'm sorry. Just thinking about China. I'll bring back our jobs.
So, all right, Phil, thank you very much. Thanks.
Bye now.
Bye. So I'm kind of confused. I feel like I'm kind of stupid sometimes. Like I'm not like what is the fuck? Why aren't we just going to the place? Because as you said, it just got blown up.
I mean, should we go?
But there's places opening up all over.
Should we go to the wreckage of the place and kind of look around for evidence?
We could do that. Ironically, not as funny anymore. I understand. Well, we could go to a crater and poke around.
Well, they have ties to the Chinese mob. Should we go and investigate local Chinese mob hangouts and do some surveillance on that?
I know just the place, don't I?
Let's find out. Yeah, no, I mean, you have all sorts of connections.
Yeah, you're a
with the
doctor. You
criminal
probably
underworld.
worked with the Chinese mob before, Dr. Friend?
Inconclusive medicine, but I know the types.
I didn't
yes.
ask you to judge their medical
Well,
skill.
it's a bit of hocus pocus and tiger blood, etc.
It's a very sweeping statement to make about.
It's disgusting filth, really.
We're finding out that
Not very much of a friend, are you?
Dr. Friend's a little racist.
I
I mean, I'm saying, like, you're a doctor. Have you ever treated any of the Chinese mafiosi before?
Once, back in the 80s, the 3080s. It was a call I hope never to receive again. They held a gun to my head and said, "Fix him, fix him." Those are the only words they knew.
That's it?
That's it.
That's handy.
It was extremely.
What condition was the patient in?
Oh, gunshot wounds, criminal stuff. I remember his name exactly. It was
David.
David the Chinaman. David McChinaman.
Oh, it's only been 3,000 years. Should be easy to track him down.
Yeah. What are we in the year 6,000?
No. I fucked that part up.
It's okay.
I'm not a smart guy. I'm here because I do the sneakies and the creepies.
We know.
Dr. Friend, let's. Do you know a Chinese mob hangout nearby?
Yes. The Golden Hole. Hey, it's a nano opium den. All kinds of unsavory types hang out there.
I was so scared that part of that name would end up being inappropriately Asian, but boy, it just turned out to be just a golden hole.
Yes. The Golden Hole.
It's as if the people who named the restaurant in the middle of naming it tailspun in white guilt.
Yes.
And just bailed.
Yes. Yep, the Golden Hole and the entryways through the back. Should we take the hover van?
Yeah, let's take it.
Is the Golden Hole by Pump?
Yeah, it's my pump, which is still raging.
Still pumping.
Still pumping.
Well, we usually
Franchise. There's one here in New Seattle now.
We usually take Neo Ubers where we need to go.
All right, I call an Uber. I've already called Uber, so it should be outside right now.
All right.
Hong Kong.
Impatient as ever.
Shotgun.
All right. So we're going to the Golden Hole to talk to the Chinese mob.
Dr. Fred, Dr. Fred, I have a question. Did David the Chinaman make it?
Oh, yes. What do you take me for? Some kind of Chinese doctor?
Thomas Middleditch has to leave, everybody. I think he would have wanted that to be his closer. He's got an early call time. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Yeah, if you like Silicon Valley, then you'll appreciate him leaving to be bright and bushy for it.
Well, we're kind of going to miss his intel.
Oh yeah,
a
definitely.
lot about the Chinese mob.
Oh yeah, but just in general, also the show's just going to take a fucking nosedive now. He had energy. I mean, he's contrary to his name. That guy is like an extreme ditch.
Yeah, he's
of entertainment. Yeah. Like it's like it's a definitive like. There's nothing like. See, all right. Should we stop the Shadowrun game there because he left, or should we just say that he fell down and went to sleep and then continue to?
I mean, we have a lot of show level.
But I did something experimental. I moved the Shadowrun game to the middle of the show. I didn't expect to play. We're contractually forbidden.
Allegedly.
Although I'm not that scared about the enforcement of that rule. I don't think anyone really cares. It was just lawyer stuff. But we are supposed to just play for like 10 minutes and always.
I think what happened there was a nice little tee up to us playing a proper round.
Yeah, exactly.
Next show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you go meet David McChinaman.
I think it'll be diminishing returns.
Yeah. But you can stay up here.
Yeah,
Cassie, is it? All right. Yeah. We got a new friend up here.
Cassie
we got DeMorge. We got handsome DeMorge.
The handsomest.
DeMorge was always handsome, but now we have naughty college professor, liberal college professor with his inappropriate jokes that he makes in the margins of your essays. This is pretty good for someone with such nice gams. A run-on sentence from you? Come on. You're so pretty.
A lot of talk about office hours.
Yeah. Office hours indeed.
Cassie, where'd you grow up?
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh yeah? That's where my mom was born.
Me too.
Your mom was born there as well?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
I think you might have to eat that mic, Cassie. I might be...
What?
Yeah, just...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, put it closer than you'd think was appropriate.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, also, if you get uncomfortable, you can leave. I always say that to everybody, regardless of the context. But what is? Well, tell us more about yourself. So, are you visiting at Los Angeles?
No, I live here. I live in Koreatown.
All right. Well, I lived in Koreatown too when I first moved out here. That was my first neighborhood.
Yeah, that's how I am. That just moved out here, and it's really cheap because I'm the only white. So.
Right. It's not for that reason, but it's a little scary over there still, isn't it? Is it?
Oh yeah.
Or has it been?
Nah, it's not that bad. I mean, I've only heard like one gunshot. So I feel like that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
What streets? I mean, like, don't give us your address, but like, what corner like are you near?
I'm like right next to like Wilshire and Mariposa.
Okay, yeah, I lived there like 9th and Serrano back in the like early mid '90s, and at one point the LAPD called it the most dangerous neighborhood in Los Angeles, and it was gunshots every night, and like not just a couple, but like Wild Wild West Beirut.
It must have changed since then, right? Because it was like crazy. Like you got held up, and I've already told this story. When in the short time I was living there. And this is almost kind of a separate thing because it's like when a homeless person kills another homeless person, it's sort of like that's not a neighborhood thing. It's like that's like, oh my God, there's so many homeless people. Nature. This is just like a homeless population thing. Like, but like, a homeless guy killed another homeless guy like big in my backyard essentially. Except there was a fence between my backyard and the area where the homeless would congregate. Not exciting news, but Koreatown sounds a little more fun than it was back then anyway.
It's really nice. I mean, there are some good bars and there's really good food and it's really cheap, which is cool because I'm super poor.
Yeah. What do you want to do to get rich?
Oh, I'm a healthcare designer.
Okay. That's a combination of words I've never heard in my life. So that's just like you designing like programs like
No, designing like places where people receive care for their health.
Oh, like designing hospitals, like
Yeah.
floor plans.
Yeah.
So like not an architect, but and not an interior decorator. So, in between there is like somebody really important that's going like put the triage unit here, so if somebody runs in and their arms cut off, like they can scientifically figuring out how to lay out.
Yeah, it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work for an architecture firm, and I'm an interior designer at that architecture firm. So people build places, and then we make sure they have walls and stuff.
Give us some like what's a term that only healthcare designers know that's like when the next time we're in a hospital we can sound like like the equivalent of feng shui but for healthcare design, that we can look like if I go in because I cut my pinky off and I'm feeling like I'm being brushed off, that I can just at least in my tirade I can go, look, you think I don't know what the fuck's going on here? This place doesn't even have an open alpha way. You know how fucking dangerous that is? Like, just give me some ammo.
Everything is an acronym, so you could probably just make up acronyms for like what happened to you. You're like, I cut off my pinky, so it's like ICOMP. Everything is acronyms. If you talk to people I work with, I'm like, oh, cool. What does that stand for? And they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
just saying, that's good.
Okay, thanks.
So you design like hospitals or like
hospitals, clinics. You guys know like.
It seems to me that in the structure of those places, there are a lot of hallways or corridors that are set up with rooms in them that have no specific definition, so that they're free to be changed. Like in ICUs, there are rooms that become adaptable because there are 8 people on that day who have to be vertical and have to be washed at any time. But there could be 0 at that point. That room could be something else.
Yes.
Is that what you mean by putting? I'm saying,
you sir,
what do you mean
correct.
by putting walls? Like putting walls in a place?
No,
or
I mean
sure?
you have to have walls in a hospital, but I don't know. I just do we do floor plans, we do layouts, we end up picking all the finishes, making sure that like if some guy throws up on a couch, it's cleanable.
Is there like I picture going to the healthcare design job. I picture that there's like these programs where you can bring up a floor plan of a hospital, and then you can click play on like a simulator and adjust the speed. And what it does is simulates like injured people, like particles blowing in wherever like it's like when you design cars and you just like have the air bouncing off the hood so that you can design the car to be aerodynamic. That they just like you just have like sick people pouring in through a dispenser, and then they're just like if they start collecting in a corner, you're like, well, that's a.
So it's like healthcare tycoon.
Yeah. But is there any element that's like that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not real.
Well, and have you noticed that people keep getting sick? So maybe.
Do you get as specific as the artwork in the clinics?
Oh yeah, but a lot of
because
times
what
they,
is
like,
it? What is the fascination with like
conch shells?
Aqua. there's lots of sea foam and aquas and lots of mauves in there.
Yeah, I think we try to change it. We try to spice it up. Maybe add in like a yellow.
Yeah.
But,
Southwest zest.
Yeah.
a little ranch.
Yeah, but it's not ever like really up to us. People are like, no, we want it to be mint green and light pink. That just says you're definitely sick.
That means you're in real trouble, Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what?
If we put bright colors on the wall, that means you're fine.
You don't want to create an environment so unhospital like that people are like, I should get out of bed, and they're like ripping. Like it's a beautiful day out. I'm at a Burger King. I want to go play in the ball pit. No, ma'am, you have leukemia. I do? Look at the walls. Oh. But I wonder, because I remember, so I wonder how much of that, like, because I'm assuming that there's a client then that goes like, yeah, we wanted to take a chance, and then you're like, how about a splash of yellow? And they're like, yeah, but it doesn't feel hospital-y. And it's like, there's that, which is like a momentum of like, a legacy of like, it's like with talk shows. It's like, oh, but he doesn't have a desk, and it's like, so then a desk becomes a desk becomes a desk, and somebody tries a talk show where it's like, I'm just gonna sit on a flagpole and do my talk show. Because I'm crazy, and then everyone's like, yeah, but you're not behind a desk, and it's like a syndrome. Versus like people going like, oh, there's been a study that the color mint makes you like willing to be cut
Submit
open
to experimental treatments, yeah.
But does it have to go both ways then? I mean, because people work there too, and do you
Right.
want them to feel sick?
No, we
or
actually do try.
You want them to be, you know what I mean?
Like we try to make it feel like a home, because it's like been proven that if you feel like you're at a home and you're being well taken care of, then you get well faster. And we're trying to have more windows, because if you can see nature, you get well faster.
Whoa, see, that's the kind of fucking juice we wanted.
Yeah. So we do like
Give us that sweet healthcare designer juice.
Yeah, so we'll do like rehab for like eating disorders, but you want it to feel like you just walked into like your friend's home and you can go like eat their dinner, because you have to eat when you go there. So we try to make it like welcoming, and everybody, I mean, all this stuff, it's like behavioral health, so you need to go in and feel like you're not in an institution. Like, you don't want to go to an insane asylum because you want to commit suicide. You want to go somewhere where they're like, we know life's really hard.
Now, do you-
But like sit in this super comfortable, bright teal chair and like talk to me about it.
Right, but also if you try to leave, we'll tackle you.
Yeah, but all the doors are locked.
Right.
Do you have to have for your line of work? Do you have to have like a psychological background? Like, do you study any psychology?
No, I just studied interior design.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you choose this, or did it kind of fall into your lap, or?
It's sort of, I mean, healthcare happened on accident. I did like a senior thesis as a hospice, which is a really weird senior thesis because nobody really wants to like listen to you talk about how you read all these super depressing books about people dying of cancer. But in conclusion, it ended up like getting me my job. And I just did that because like my mom was talking to me about this hospice that she was at, and she's like, it's really nice, like this place is great. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a good senior thesis. And our professor told us that we should do things that are like nice for people and not just like a new restaurant, because then we seem like we're
Not like creepy Professor DeMorge, who was only
no.
concerned with your legs. And
It's starting to
Legs
sound
in
like
restaurants.
healthcare design is the Christian rock of interior design.
yeah,
A little bit that you're like, well, there's always a job there if you can create because they need help, and
Christians need rock too.
Yeah. And there's so then you're just like, Jesus Christ. South Park did it. What was that? There was something I forgot. I knew I should have written it down. There was something when Middleditch was up here and there's no way you guys are going to remind me of what it was, because it was in my own brain and I forgot it.
was it your lip zit?
No, of course it wasn't that. We
It's
already
not in his
talked
brain,
about
it's on his
that.
lip.
Yeah.
So
I'll never remember.
What was your like? Would you want to stay doing this for a long time, or are you?
Yeah.
So that's what you would like. You would.
Yeah, this is like probably just going to be me for eternity.
That's
like, I'll just
fantastic.
look
Good
older.
for you. Like, you actually went to school, studied a thing, and found the niche that you wanted to be in. That's very cool.
Yeah. I originally went for like forensic chemistry, and then I decided that I wasn't going to go to med school so the government could pay me salary to cut open some dead people. And I was like, that's just way too much debt. I'll be an interior designer.
You kids.
So now you're creating the environments where other people cut open dead people and are in debt.
Yeah, they do get into a lot of debt. It's pretty much just comes full circle.
Yeah, I do feel bad for. Yeah, well, I've already said this. Those millennials, they really got fucked. The
Thanks,
student debt
Dad.
thing is crazy. You're welcome, honey. I am old enough to be your dad, and I do feel bad, like about student debt.
That's all, folks.
It's fucking crazy. It's like a national epidemic. It's crazy. It's like a scandal. It's like, because we just kept going. When I was in high school, it's starting to happen when I was in high school. When I was in high school, my friend Dave Friedel, like, he was in like a food service like intern program. So even though he wasn't like the most reliable like guy in terms of turning in his English homework and math and stuff, he was staying in high school and he was getting a decent grade point average because they had a program there that was like for food service. It was like learning a trade, and like part of his high school diploma was that he would go and work for a little bit at a restaurant, and then and because he had that program, he ended up being like he was fucking like he's had a great career. Now he's a computer programmer, but just that professionalism. But they were yanking those programs the whole time. Just in those, like everything that had anything to do with like a middle, you know, it's like you're either going to go to prison or you're going to go to college is what everything became. And guess what? College goes right to prison now, like because here's your thank you for your debt and here's your meth and bye. Like there's no, so it's like turns out, yeah, no, you should be fucking teaching kids piano and you should be teaching them how to fix cars and you should be teaching them how to peel a banana. I don't know what you people do. I don't know what. Did you say stay in school, motherfucker?
Grade school.
Oh, trade school,
trade
motherfucker.
school.
Yeah. Are there still trade schools? I mean,
Yeah, they're not
oh wait, but aren't
pushed.
those like kind of fucked up too? Though,
They're
like technical
fine.
colleges and trade schools.
They don't get pushed by people who should be guiding youth.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought I remembered part of that, but like
Spencer, did you go to college? I forget.
Oh yeah.
What did you study?
What do you call it? Bachelor's arts.
So the art of having a nice couch and a turntable and
Associate's arts.
associates.
advanced man cave.
So you,
Man
how many
cave.
years of a higher education did you get through?
More than you should to get an Associate of Arts degree.
That's two.
I got a
years normal,
degree on accident. Did I tell you guys about this?
No.
My friend was graduating from Moore Park College. It's the college I went to. Graduating from Moore Park College, and I was invited, so I was sitting there waiting for him to walk, and I was reading the program showing the list of the recent graduates, and I was like, oh, there I am. I must have filled out a form or something, but I just had no idea that I had done the degree that I wanted until I was at the graduation, which would have been my graduation if I was aware of that.
That's the same as you finding out about parties that were on Facebook after the fact.
Yeah. That's my whole life.
Oh, this is always fun. Let's bring out Steve Levy.
Steve Levy.
I think it's important to bring you out because I think probably some people out there are a little concerned about you.
Oh,
Why?
Well, because the last time we saw you, it was like a movie of the week. You were really into Vicodin.
Was I really into it?
Yeah, you were really into it.
You were really drunk.
We thought you had a problem, man.
You looked like a drunk.
You literally kept saying, "I really love Vicodin," and then you were like, we played Shadowrun, and you're like, "Let's go on an adventure."
I remember that.
You were just on painkillers, man, right?
Yeah.
But you said you had a sip of booze too, right?
No.
No, okay.
He hadn't
I
eaten
hadn't-
all
yeah.
day
Oh, you
or
hadn't
whatever.
eaten. That's no good.
Same shit.
It was no good.
That should get you high.
I played your character in Shadowrun.
I heard it was. You did great.
Oh, thank you.
You were. You did me proud.
Steve Levy, what would you like me to change about my life?
Why do you
some
never
notes.
ask me these questions?
Oh man. I'm more curious about what Spencer would
because
say.
Spencer has more answers to this question. We know.
Right.
You'd like me to be more productive, right? You'd like me to work.
You don't ask a question and then answer it for the guy.
This is it's a really hard question.
Hardball him. Lose your job
You're
over this
way
answer.
you're way overcommitted. You are. And when I look at our schedule, it's like, holy fuck, this is exhausting. How's he gonna do all this? And
Because all I fuck is mannequin legs. Do you have any idea? I just doubled our output.
yeah. I don't know. It's
And I drink Soylent now. I don't even have to.
I know, we don't have to
wash
get
a
you
fork anymore.
I know.
I just like drink
It's
meals.
it's amazing.
Wait, you eat no solid food?
Well,
I
I
mean-
don't. No, I eat whatever but I'm like when in doubt. Like when in doubt, I don't know. By default, I have a little meal in a
Bottle.
Gotcha. Right.
in a
Bottle.
and it's like 400 calories, and it's got all the vitamins and.
But occasionally
things.
you eat food.
Yeah, and like the longest I've gone like just drinking Soylent is 2 days. But it's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, you have to stick to this program, otherwise this thing won't happen. It was just I'm just sort of like,
it's like a protein shake.
It's like but it's like, so because like one of the worst things you can do if you're trying to lose weight is like is not eat breakfast, because you're not really particularly hungry when you wake up sometimes. And then what am I talking about?
Steve,
Yes.
what else would you change about Dan?
Yeah, come on, get back to this.
What?
Fucking the dirt. You want me to stop buying women's clothes from Amazon?
Don't
No,
answer. Let him answer the question.
And
Harmon.
dress
I want you to be
mannequins in
happy
them.
and do everything that you want to. That's why I work hard to make sure that happens.
No, come on. You work hard because you want to run the industry one day,
Well, I don't know.
and I want to work for you.
That's
you
an
deserve
honor.
it.
Steve,
Well, thank you.
what you want? We all want Dan. We all want all of our friends to be happy. What would you put into place? What would you implement as a practice or a policy to help Dan be happier?
Like fun time. Where like Dan can like every day, this is your allotted period to do whatever the fuck you want.
This guy's the best.
I would hope
But
that
he just said we know he plays Minecraft and jerks off of mannequins. Does that not?
he plays
qualify as fun
Minecraft
time?
while writing Rick and Morty. So it's like, why would he waste an hour playing Minecraft when he's doing it all day anyway?
Well, I play-
what kind of fun time? Be specific. Like
Wait, I want to have hold on here. I have the issue with this.
Yeah, we have this system.
Yeah, I write Rick and Morty for 50
yeah.
minutes during which there's no cell phones or anything, let alone Minecraft allowed. And then every 50 minutes is a 10-minute break. That's when I play.
Right.
Minecraft.
No, he's not like writing with one hand and then playing Minecraft.
That was last.
I don't want
season.
anybody to watch season 3 of Rick and Morty and be like, must be the Minecraft. Like,
No.
I fucking worked hard.
must be the Minecraft.
Season 3 is going to be amazing.
All right. So, anyways, good job. Yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
Pitch some, and Spencer, you can jump in on this. Like spitball some specific fun time activities for Dan. Like go to the batting cages and mini
This
golf.
is good because my therapist is always going, what do you do to refuel? And
Because
I'm like, well, I
if
drink with...
every day you're out by your 8 a.m. and then we have meetings till 11, and then from 11 to whatever we were writing Rick and Morty, and then after that there's Harmon Quest, and then it's like what the fuck else are you like? You have nothing.
And I fuck a mannequin.
It's not really.
I do. I really do.
And then you go to bed, hopefully.
Well, I sleep like
Or
a
you
baby
don't sleep.
because I'm like, I came. and you know what I dream about? Getting up the next day and having the perfect life. And then I go like, that's not a dream. I woke up. I'm living the dream. I'm not unhappy.
Spencer, what would you change about Dan?
Oh man.
Come on, Spencer.
I definitely have him wear a suit. A suit 100% of the time.
Right?
Why?
With a deep red tie. Yeah.
Deep red tie.
Like Hitman?
Like Hitman.
Oh yeah, like the Hitman tie. Yeah.
All right. I was just like
that's
Hitman.
what, the name
Just
of
the tie,
The
though.
name of that track I'm playing is Hitman.
Whoa. This really did turn out to be an interesting show after Thomas Middleditch left. Our experiment of having the A-list guest
DeMorge?
leave in the middle of the show.
DeMorge, what would you change about Cassie?
Come on, just say it.
I don't know, man. I feel like you gotta live a little bit and innovate a little bit, break some rules, man. Get in that hospital and I don't know, put a basketball court in an emergency room or something.
So racist. So racist.
Everybody's got to survive.
All right, sorry. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I have the floor. All right, Cassie, do you feel improved? Okay, good.
I do
You'll do
feel
that.
improved.
You'll put a basketball
Cassie,
court in the...
do you feel like you don't live like do you ever like have your own fun time? Do you live it up in your own time, or are you kind of an all about work?
I like half and half. You know, I work when I'm supposed to, and then I immediately leave work when I'm allowed to.
And then what do you do to like cut loose?
I drink a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really.
What's your spirit of choice?
I don't discriminate against alcohol. I think all of it's really worth it. Like last night, I was just hanging out with my roommate, and we had wine, tequila, gin, vodka, and then we finished the night off with 2 different beers.
Yeah.
So-
high school. That's the high school.
Yeah. Except I had to pay a bunch of money for all of it.
Yeah, like some guy that you like outside the 7-Eleven, and you're like, "Can you buy us some?"
Hey,
I
mister,
remember those
can I have
days.
a bottle of tequila? What are you, 12?
All right.
Dan, what would you change about Steve Levy?
Okay.
Oh, this is a better question.
Well, here he got his gums fixed.
Yeah.
So you had a problem with his gums before.
Yeah.
This guy's gums.
Well, he
are-
got his way. He was on Viking, and he had to have them fixed. I mean, everybody was talking about it. Called him Crazy Gums. Crazy Gums Johnson.
Yes,
And we knew his last name. That's how fucked up his gums were.
I called him Hubba Bubba.
Because of the gum. Makes sense.
Don't tell me how to nickname people.
Well, what I change? Okay, no, really, what I would change about Steve Levy. However, but this is all under the umbrella of like, I mean, this is perfect. This whole family that we have, but
It's pretty great.
But if I was the things that I worry about with Steve, that I would like him to be like, I think Steve is very you're anxious about, you know, because you.
I am.
I'm glad we solved that one.
Can I say this? You lost your dad at a young age, and you're kind of like you're very honest about this. Like you're very like that like threshold of like you feel fragile. You feel like life is fragile. Maybe I'm not putting words in your mouth, but like you know you want people to make right choices and be healthy, and like that's what makes you a good like intrepid assistant. So who would change anything about that? But I don't want you to go home at night and be unhappy because you think that life is like so fucking dangerous because it's really just random.
Yeah. No, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Right. I fixed you, right?
Yes.
But it's not like a note you needed to be given. You knew you know you're stressed out a little bit. Like not stressed out. It's not your personality, but
no.
You're operating at a cautious level.
Yeah, most of the time, I think. Well, during last week's show, my anxiety was a little bit through the roof.
Because you were worried that
your dick was going to come out.
Well.
In New York.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there was like liquid and electricity everywhere.
Yeah, I
and
thought
my dick was out. And,
no. I thought you were going to get
and there had been a terrorist attack, and there was SWAT teams everywhere. And
Yeah.
no.
That sounds like a great origin story for like a superhero or villain. Like his dick was out on stage, and there was beer and vodka. And
Dan Harmon, well, insecure about not having an act, becomes Hackman. Part prop, part blackout, all Andy Dick.
I was never aware of the physical hazard that we were standing in. I didn't realize there was live current running through.
How do you not realize that you poured
He was
buckets
offstage.
on Dino's head or something?
I did?
No.
Maybe or you were pouring.
I
Jeff
poured
was
water
safe.
around.
There was
Yeah.
liquid everywhere.
Yeah, these things are
It
wrapped
was a
in-
great show. This, meh. But boy, oh boy, that other show.
We've fallen into a middle ditch.
All right. All right, let's turn this thing fucking.
Let's take it to the
let's,
fucking.
Let's
take it to
do
the
that
limit.
thing where we like
Take it to
everybody's
the
like,
limit.
I think Harmontown's that good, and they're like, yeah, but did you see the thing? Let's do one of those.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Do the funk music.
Funk music.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Good job. I think we did it. I think we got it. It's that easy. And sometimes that's all it takes.
I had a whole picture in my head of like these worm people who were miners, and they were going to work because it was like the wheel, but they were like it was like a cross section that you could see them like walking, and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They got little helmets on, and they're whoa, whoa,
Show
whoa,
don't tell.
whoa, whoa,
Show don't tell.
whoa. I'm doing it. Whoa, 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 whoa. And they're little yellow jackets, and they're worms, but they have eyes. which is dumb, but they have mining Harmontown, which is also dumb, and then we are the worm miner people. We do the mining for the worms. Well, have you ever noticed that worms live in the ground? Did you think they did digging on their own? No. There's an elite sector of worms that you never see that do their digging for them. My name is Mr. Worm. I'm the president of all worms. I like to distribute the wealth because I'm a socialist. Because I'm a worm. And I say you get to be a miner and you are a regular worm. But in worm society, miners are like the highest because it's a worm society. All we do is live in the ground. It makes sense because if you do a one-for-one analog to human society, the elite are people who do what? They lay in bed and read the paper. And when worms look at people, that's what all we see is, why are they doing that? And you know how when it rains, all the worms come up? All the worms come up, and when it rains, all those worms are coming up, and they're always going like, where did the people go? Worm society, more complex than you think. Mucous membranes protect us from the world. Our anatomy is a tube. It's all that you have to lube your food as it goes through the hood of your body, the clitoral hood that comes out. When you're in the mood, you're gonna eat, and poop. And all you are is a torus-shaped thing that's like a sock that eats things. Nothing's changed. We used to be cells, and we used to have a range of little microns, and we'd go up to a piece of food, and we'd get on it, and we'd rub against it to eat. And all these later times, we got mouths, but all it really is that we're rubbing up against the food by putting it in our mouth, because the inside of your intestinal tract is the outside of your body.
Diaphanous membrane.
Because your butthole connects to your mouth, and it's like a little spout, but it goes straight through like a balloon if you go like that. Your bloodstream needs to be shielded from the alimentary canal. If there's a rupture, you get septic diseases like the little girl from Poltergeist.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pronouncement by President Mr. Worm.
I pronounce the little girl from Poltergeist a posthumous hero. She's a victim not of septic disease, but of the entertainment industry's refusal to stop making money. Poltergeist was such a smash hit that they refused to take her to proper doctors and get her checked out. I haven't researched this as much as a person blaming an industry for someone's death should. But I'm confident that there's enough things going on in this news cycle that this won't blow up in my worm face. Plus, who's gonna take me to task? I'm defending a little girl, and I'm only attacking a system. You know, if I was like, Charlie Sheen's a jerk, then, oh boy, the klaxons would ring. I smell clicks, the primates would say. But I'm just a worm politician.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Fuck your mama. Nope.
We did it. We took it to the fucking limit. We took it to the limit of endurance.
Nope.
You think you could do better than that?
Well, maybe if we took it to the limit, but Peach Cobbler takes it to the limit of the tiny square it's allotted in your TV dinner. All that means is it sits there where it's supposed to. Take it past the limit. Oh. That's what heroes do. Astronauts take it to the limit when they approach the atmosphere and burn up and fall down. Excuse me, what? What are you people ever sensitive about? You are out of your goddamn hive mind.
You are the most reflexively sweaty, fucking anxiety-driven, homeschooled fucking insects. Your fucking generation is going to die together all at once.
Dan,
because you're not going to be able to fucking process.
Dan, you're going outside the limit. There's limits here.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. I told you guys I love you. I love you.
No. I'm saying like you can go outside the limit.
Oh yeah. Plus you're racist. Apologize to DeMorge. You guys are always talking about how easy it is to apologize. Why don't you ever do it? Apologize to DeMorge. Sounds fake. DeMorge, accept their apology.
I don't know, man. It's been a long life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on his side. You guys are fucks. All right. All right. Let's take it through the limit.
Take it through.
But laterally. You don't take it through the limit by going forward. You turn left and you fucking right through the bloodstream, out of the pore. Whoa, that's supposed to be in me. Well, I took it to the limit, says the thing that flew out of you. Like a bot fly. All right.
Okay.
Come on.
What do you okay.
All right, give me, just be quiet for a second. Let me figure out what you should give me. Give me a type of wood.
Ash.
I heard ash and birch. Okay, ash and birch. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 2 normal pieces of wood, right? Put them together, what do you get? 2 pieces of wood. Oh, okay. Let's find out. Give me number 3. Yo. I'm fucking ash. I'm the thickest wood. I got my roots in the ground and my leaves. I'm a hold to pull them down. When I go outside, I'm part of a biosphere, so you open wide. I'm Birch, and I'm here to say my bark is white, but I rule the day. I like golf and mayonnaise, and the analogy should be clear today. Yo, I don't kill me! Calm down. You're being belligerent, and I will call security. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. You don't have to feel bad. You just got frightening. My name's Sam. Gerald.
Sam Ash?
Sam Ash.
The guy that makes the guitars next door?
Yes.
I didn't know that you were actually a piece of wood. I thought you were a human being.
You don't know me.
You make great guitars, though.
Thank you. It's good. It must have been hard for you to say. I have a lot of insecurities. Are we still doing anything? This got fucked up. I know when. Yeah, that got fucked up. All right, let's bail on that. That didn't work.
I thought I was going somewhere.
No. Nope.
How? When you said it, the guy's name was Sam. How subconsciously are you aware that right across the street from our theater is a Sam Ash guitar store?
I don't know. Who cares?
I care. That's fascinating.
Well, it's a Star Wars. I don't know. There, I did it again.
What? That's amazing. Do it again.
Licorice whip. Glass tumbler.
One more.
Sandy Nelson.
No, come on. That's horrible.
All right.
Glass tumbler was great, though.
Thank you. All right.
You should rap battle Steve.
No.
Yeah.
What, Steve? Do you think that you could do you ever listen to like Public Enemy, Flavor Flav? Like he was kind of the hype man. He would kind of like, yeah, boy. Like he would just kind of do that a lot.
I have vague recollection.
Yeah, but like the concept of a hype man, right?
Yeah.
He's a lot of go.
So he's saying, "What could you be my hype man?"
Yeah.
You're asking me.
I'm asking you. All you have to do is just be like you said. You wanted Dan to be happier. That's a good.
Like
assistant.
you don't have to rhyme. You just have to like every once in a while. You just have to come in and say like, "Yeah, that's what he's saying." Like, did you hear him? I don't think you heard him.
You
right.
just repeat him.
Yeah, or just like there's
Or
more
if you-
coming
or-
now.
or
There's
if
more
you-
coming next.
Or if you hear a rhyme coming, like I fuck you in the foot and I fuck you in the mouth, I fuck you to the north, and you can go south with them, like that kind of stuff.
But you don't worry about that. Don't let that distract you.
It's a lot of work.
Well, just
if you want me to do it,
I'll pay you extra.
You don't need to pay me.
Aw.
I'm down for the adventure. Let's
I think
let's do
back
it.
Dan. I think you should pay him according to the amount of hype he brings.
And you can also just say random things too, but just like that affirm me. Like the idea of a hype man is that like otherwise I'm just alone, and it's like, oh, that guy's crazy. Like he's talking about the government being bad. It's like, wait, who's this other guy? This other guy agrees with him and is saying like, wait, what? He has friends and he has hype.
And Cassie, do you think that you might like come in like kind of with the R&B like hook, like like oh yeah, or some kind of
Like
shit
the
that?
Rihanna part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So like a refrain, like, okay.
And then DeMorge, what should DeMorge do in this? Like,
Jamar's just gonna sit there and think about soccer.
What about Spencer?
Spencer?
Hey, guys.
I don't know.
I think Spencer, like maybe Spencer, if you Spencer and or DeMorge, both of you guys, if you feel the moment to kind of add in a sample, like a ask not what your country can do. Like if you want to throw in one of those like kind of like quote sample kind of things on top of the track.
Right.
Okay. All right. So this is called clusterfuck. All right. Here we go.
You ready to go from top of your head, or do you want?
Yeah, I don't think the suggested thing worked. That got weird.
I thought it was pretty bold to pick two types of wood.
Well, it wasn't. Well, then, and I was also I got impressed because I was like, oh, the birch is the white guy, but then I was like, wait, oh, ash is. Oh no, that's not good. And I got self-conscious. And then that started to feed back into me. I was like, wait, do I have to mitigate how this guy's talking? And then I was like, I lost the character, and everything went off the rails.
I thought your character development was quite rich and tapestried.
I felt very quickly racist, and I just bailed.
Okay, all right.
All right.
So we now bring you to close out our show.
Yeah. Off the top, fucking here we go.
Clusterfuck. We got Dan Harmon on
Show closer.
Dan Harmon on the mic.
All right.
Steve Levy on Hype Man.
All right.
Forgotten. Cassie on possible R&B hook.
Okay.
And
All right.
DeMorge and Spencer on possible sample bits. All right.
Clear your head.
You guys excited about this? Yeah. Okay, now Steve, when this beat starts, hype men and women across the world. When the beat starts, it's your job to get this, to get hands in air, and maybe in a fashion that maybe they don't care about their hands being in the air.
You can vaguely.
You got it ready?
Okay.
All right.
I've been to a bar mitzvah.
Take it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He turns 13 today.
your mayor and rap aficionado, Dan Harmon.
Oh! In your face! Save your applause for Armageddon. I'm coming to your head, and I'm not forgetting what you all did to me 100 years ago. I fucked your mama so hard, I made it snow. Precipitated in her pussy. The flakes come out, and your dad's a wussy, but I don't mean that in a homophobic way. I respect him, but he is also gay. But he joined in, and then we both went out for Din Din, and he's got good taste, and he's a good person.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This guy's the fucking best.
Yeah!
I love you.
Here's another thing about lasers and time. I fucked your mama with a squeeze of lime. I put the orange juice in and it tasted bad because too much citrus shouldn't be combined like that. It'll give you a stomach ache. Heartburn's gonna make your heart break. One heart doesn't burn. A motherfucking heart will make you learn. I put your mama on a plate. I brought your daddy in and brought out a roller skate. I said, sit on that and roll that way. And I fucked your mama because, again, your dad's gay. But he did a great job skating, and he's good, and his demographic is more patriotic than, because he earns more money. And he's a good person.
Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah. It's so great. You're fucking killing it. This guy. I'm a white guy.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-minute track, so I have to keep doing that when it goes to the end.
Hello?
MC Godzilla.
Hello?
MC Godzilla's on the stage.
Hello?
I'm a giant lizard from the bottom of the sea, and the Japanese have angered me.
Watch out!
Up at the shores of Tokyo, and I'm breathing fire, and you know how I go. Gonna knock down this building, and that army comes. I don't give a fat fuck. I'll zap your tanks with the lasers into my eye, and then I'll say, fucking thanks, go back to the ocean. Oh shit, it's a moth. Little Japanese ladies called it off. Moth, not friends with the moth. And a fucking sludge monster. Cough. Hype me.
Yeah.
I need hype. Prilosec.
Fucking hype me up. Hype me. I need hype.
There is Godzilla. And it's Rodan.
He's doing the
Mecha
sample.
Godzilla.
What?
No.
No, hype me.
You're doing so well.
Thank you.
Keep going. You're fucking killing it. Come on. Yeah. Get more good.
Anger and fury. I'm rapping so hard. I'm rapping in the mic, and my glass shards coming out my eyes and cutting your ass. I'm gonna cut open your eyes, and I'm sorry.
Getting real violent.
No, just give me a second. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Okay, it's good. He means well. He's not the traditional hype man. He's not an enabler. He's enough of a hype man to know that sometimes the MC needs guidance. It's not the most popular decision he could make.
And now, this horrible news from Tokyo.
Okay.
A large lizard-like creature, identified as Godzilla, has approached the city center.
Okay. Spencer, sample. Read my lips. No new taxes.
Godzilla.
Economy.
Godzilla.
Dollars only wanted. Go to the bank.
Godzilla.
And what you gonna find? Got pennies in the vault, but the rich man's out there. Everybody got
R&B hook from Cassie.
Godzilla.
Oh yeah!
And Godzilla fucked your mom because your dad is super gay.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Wealth. It's all over here. You gotta take it from here and put it over here. Robin Hood. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, throw your hands up for Godzilla.
There's a point where hype becomes distracting. I was in the middle of a point. Just started. Starting over. Wealth is over here. You gotta take the money and put it over here.
Oh shit, Godzilla! Godzilla's coming!
It's terrible to have to work in this environment, and I understand. You know, there are some people that have podcasts where they're just one person in their living room. Duncan Trussell doesn't do this shit. And he makes money. His Amazon portal's like cha-ching! Oh, cha-ching! Is it a racist phrase or is it a cash register sound? You would be amazed if you look into the shit when you Google it. I fucked your mama so hard she got spaghetti for a tit. So why's your tit a noodle? She said, you're the one talking about Google. I said, yo, Yahoo and Bing fucked your mama. I was just trying to do the etymology of cha-ching. She's like, where you going? I said, I'm going to the store. She said, I'm gonna follow you. Then mime the door. I gave it space and I went through it and then we went down the block and I saw her tit and I was like, oh, all right.
Oh, yeah!
Final 2 minutes. For the final 2 minutes.
Final thoughts.
A minute 54.
He's about to get swifty.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's get swifty.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh,
People
swifty.
made of human skin. Everybody has a soul within. You got a big bright light when you go home. Let's go, Snoop. Sleep tight, cause your daddy's gonna roam away. And we all don't have fathers, but that shouldn't make a bother, cause we're all brothers and we need to stay together. I fucked your mama so hard I made feathers fly out of her pillow ass pussy. Sorry. It's not the time for that.
Yeah.
Women and people gotta respect that. They gotta raise the children for us. I'm Snoopity Doop, a doopy doopy doop bus. I'm driving on the Snoopy Doop bus. Gonna pick up passengers and we're all us. Gotta take you to the stop, take you to your school. Got the Snoopy Doopy Doop bus, Snoopy Doop bus. My name's Snoopy Doop, and I'm here to say I like to drive the Snoopy Doop bus all the day. A Snoopy Doopy Doop bus. Got the Snoopy Doop bus. I take a poopy Doop bus with the Snoopy Doop bus.
Diarrhea.
Snoop. Final thoughts. We're all people inside.
40 seconds.
Open up your soul and open it wide. I'm gonna put my education in there. I'm gonna fuck your mama so hard she's into the air. My dick sprung and she flew up like NASA. Sup?
20 seconds.
Space. Exploration. Why'd we stop spending money on all that?
Let's get on to the Scooby Doo bus.
If you
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Don't privatize space. You fucking crazy? These people are gonna make McDonald's on the moon.
And now we move to Julian.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody. Thank you for boarding the Scooby Doo bus with us tonight. Let's hear it for Kathy, everyone. Kathy, the underutilized but lovely Kathy. DeMorge Brown. Steve Levy, the hype man. Stevie Fleeve. Spencer Crittenden. Also, we got Zach McKeever, Dustin Marshall, Chris Burruff, everybody else back in here helping us at Meltdown.
Thomas Middleditch.
Thomas Middleditch! I'm Jeff Davis. One more time for your mayor and MC, Mr. Dan Harmon. Scooby-Doo, 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 Scooby-Doo.
Now we go to a news report from Winnetka, Illinois, where the Scooby-Doo bus has wrecked at the side of the freeway and is spitting fire at this very moment.
Thanks, guys. Drive fast. Take chances.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.